potentially the most popular thing to do with your cards in 2025 is to grade them. And with the increased interest in Pokemon and people coming back into collecting, what is card grading? It's a simple process which involves sleeving your cards, sliding them into a soft top loader and sending it off to a grading company and having them evaluate the condition that it is in. They will look at everything: the centering, the edges, the surface and the corners, giving your card a final score from 1 to 10. PSA has been grading cards since 1991, way before Pokemon even existed, and they're one of the biggest names in the game and the industry standard in card grading. But with many competitors in the game, such as Ace and Tag, are they still the best? I sent off my childhood cards to experiment and to see if we can turn a profit with card grading. Welcome back to the Gym Trainers, it's GymLeaderVlad, and welcome to my very first PSA returns video. Now we've got a big one. I've sent off 50 cards to PSA. I've never graded cards before. Okay. And I got told that PSA is the standard. This is my childhood collection. Yeah, boy. And I'll explain some stories once we crack into it. But first, let's open this package with my AliExpress knife. I did put some stickers on it to hide my address. Right, did have to rotate the camera a bit. And you still can't see.
But I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
Plenty of packaging in this. Oh, I'm getting excited. I think this is my PSA returns. If it's not, then I've got no idea what's coming in this package.
Your package came in the mail?
Now that's all cracked open. I did use a middleman service, but there's no point in shouting them out because after like a week of me submitting my cards, they emailed everybody saying that they're closing down. So, and they're no longer offering the service. So, I'm not sure if it was my submission that caused them to do that, but there we go. Oh, here we go, the PSA box. I am quite nervous. I am quite excited. A little bit of background. I did play the Pokemon TCG around 2011 times, 2015 times. So a lot of my collection are just playable cards. You know, I have 4 sets of, a play set of some cards. After I stopped playing around 2015 time, I think we were entering X and Y series. So I did buy like a booster box here and there from my work paycheck just to, you know, just to revive some memories opening Pokemon cards really. And it wasn't until very recently that my girlfriend got me back into Pokemon. So this is what we've got graded today. Cards from 2011, some black and white, maybe some Heart Gold or Silver, and a few X and Y here and there. Right, we have battled the box. We have got 50 cards here. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but that is 50 cards. PSA graded. Let's get into it. Hopefully I do it the right way. Right. Okay. We do start off with a banger. I am gonna have a running total, graded costs, and the raw price costs on the screen to see if we profit or not. Really. Right. So bottom half of Rayquaza and Deoxys Legend. This used to be quite a playable card in Emboar or Typhlosion decks. I can't really remember. Mainly because of the ability allowing you to take one more price card. Kind of like the Iron Hands we have right now. Right, so let's go. We've got 6. Oh, that is not great. Don't remember that being there though, to be honest. Or is that just the case? Oh, it's just the case. Yeah. I will be honest, I am not hoping for high grades on a lot of these. Mainly because they have been played with, they have been used. But I'm sure we might get some good grades here and there. Right, so another legend card. Now these legend cards used to be fantastic. This was not a playable one. It was just a nice looking one really that I probably pulled at some point. Right, so it is another 6. Yeah, we're not making out the hood of these ones. I do kind of like how they stack all on top of each other. Makes doing this very easy. Another legend, Suicune legend. Could we get more than a 6? Let's have a look. It is a 6. Wow, call me the 6 squad. That isn't me endorsing Drake, by the way. Right, next one. It's a top half of Suicune Entei Legend. Could we get more than a 6? I'm guessing a 6. A 7! Only way up from here. Let's go. A 7 on the Suicune Entei Legend top half. Right, bottom half of Corrigan Groudon Legend. This was, I think, playable one time in a deck called Ross's deck that took second at World Championships 2011. Right, bottom half is another 6. Great. Should have kept the better condition on my Pokemon cards back in the day, but here we go. Bunch of 6s. Another bottom half. Maybe better than a 6. Let's not duplicate it. Let's get a 5. This one's even worse. Like I said, I'm not very experienced in card grading. I've only just picked up the hobby back now. Grading wasn't really like I was a player more than a collector. Grading was a thing, but it's not like now everybody's getting their cards graded, you know, just for the monetary values.
5 minutes later.
So, there was no, we didn't really keep our cards in good condition, I guess. We did keep them in binders and stuff like that, and in sleeves.
The next morning.
But obviously, not well enough. Right, top half. Another 6. I swear, the first 9 or 10 is gonna hit like crack. Another top half. More than a 6. Let's not get another 6 here. It's another 6. I don't know anything about graded cards, but we just keep getting 6s. Right, another legend piece. It's Darkrai and Cresselia Legend Hollow top half. Let's get another 6 probably. It's a 7. Let's go. That's better than a 6. Okay, now this is a beautiful card. Reshiram Legendary Treasures Raiding Collection. Let's go for it. It's a 9. I love that. Now this was never a played card, so that is probably why it got a 9. But even I never played with this. I guess I just kept this one in a bare condition. We got our first 9. I'm excited. I'm so happy. Okay, next card is a full art Reshiram EX from Next Destinies. When this set came out, it changed the landscape of the TCG. I mean, EXs were welcomed back. They were everywhere. I'm not sure if I played with this one, but let's hope for a high grade. Probably a 6 again, so that's... Oh, that's right, it is a 6. But it's a very beautiful card. I like all the textures on it. Okay, we've got another black and white EX Plasma Blast 2013. Another 6, I'm assuming. 7. Exciting. Now, back when I played, there was no such thing as like illustration rares and stuff like that. The expensive cards were pretty much just all the playable ones. I mean, like if you had like a play set of like Mewtwo EX, for example, they're all gonna run you up like £30, and that's the expensive cards back in the day. But now you've got chase cards, which are reaching hundreds of pounds within one set. So the landscape is completely different in Pokemon these days. This was, I can't remember where I packed this from, but this was very early on in my Pokemon collection, so I don't think it's going to be... Yep, it's a 6 for the Zapdos EX. Ultra Cosmo GX. So this was, like I was mentioning, this is during the time where like I would just like buy a booster box on the off chance. You just want to open some packs sometimes. Back in the day when you could actually just log online, go to a card seller and just buy a booster box. Not these days though, but let's hope for a high grade. We have got an 8 for the Ultra Cosmo GX. Okay, Charmeleon from 151. The story of this one, my sister-in-law and my nephews and stuff like that, when they don't know what to get me for Christmas lately, usually they just get me an ETB. So this was something that I packed, so it went straight into a sleeve, so that's how for high grade. It's a 9. Very cool. I did just pack it. I had no idea what this was, in terms of like, I had no idea what illustration rares were because I wasn't back in Pokemon during that time. Okay, now we've got some primes coming up. Who remembers primes from Hard Gold Soul Silver? These were amazing. I think I have got a graded Tyranitar card in here, so I'm hoping to get a high grade on that, because you know I'm a Tyranitar fan. Right, so Raichu Holo, A6, but how? This was not even like a playable one. I guess up in that corner. From what understanding here is that these cards need to be in perfect condition to get 9s and 10s. Great, 6. Darkrai Level X. I don't think I've got a story of this one. I think I just got this card somehow. Not gonna be a high grade. And yep, it's another 6. 6 is the standard for me apparently. This is a beautiful card. Mesprit Level X Legends Awakened. Got this in a trade at one point back in the day. Not hoping for a high grade. I'm assuming it's gonna be a 6. It's even worse. It's a 5. Imagine this card in a 10. That'd be so beautiful. Another prime. We have got Houndoom Prime. He's given us the cheeky wink. Shall we hope for a 6 or even better? Let's see. It's 7. That's fantastic. Nice. Nice. 7's better than a 6. Okay, here comes our 20th card. Oh, nope. That was going to be 21st one. I just gave you a little peek into the next card, but this is black and white. Now I'm happy they mentioned it, because I remember picking this up in somebody's binder in like a local card shop, because my one had a normal black background, whereas some prints included a gray background. So that was one thing that I was aware of back in the day. So I saw it in a local card shop binder and I picked it up, but it's not going to be a high grade, I'm assuming. 7, but very cool. I'm guessing it's not going to be an alternative reason, but I'm happy that PSA actually acknowledged that it's a grey background and not just like a standard Zekrom EX. Right, here we go. Now this is big. Mew EX from Legendary Treasures Radiant Collection. Fingers crossed, you know. I probably did just pack this and it went straight into a binder. Never played with, but let's see. It's a 5. Oh no, how's that 5? PSA doing me dirty. Beautiful card, not beautiful. PSA rating on that one. Okay. The Alf lithographs with the unknowns all over the place. You could just read it. At first I couldn't, and I had to try and remember which. I think there's like 4 different Alf lithographs, which one they all did, but it is very simple. Just look at all of your face down price cards. Very easy. This one is in plate condition, so probably not a high rating. It's a 4. Great. Right, 3 more left and we're halfway done, and we'll do a little check-in at that point to see how we're doing. Right, here we go. Tyranitar Prime. It's not going to be a high grade, I'll be honest, but I do love this card. Let's see what we get. It's an 8. I'm actually quite happy with that. I actually love that. Thank you very much, PSA. Right, Articuno EX from Plasma Storm up next. Another nicely textured card. You can see all like the ridges, which is very nice. I know that Plasma Storm cards are quite hyped, so let's hope for a high grade here. It is a 6. No luck on the Articuno EX. Blissey Prime. It was again useful in Ross's deck, as I mentioned previously. It's got a nice little ability there to heal Pokemon. Right, so Blissey Prime, a 6 probably, as all my primes got 6s. 6, correct. Right, halfway through our 50 stack of PSA returns. Let future Vlad explain to you how well we're doing.
Big man thing, yeah? It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
Thank you very much for that update. I know we're probably not doing as well as I hoped. Right, Celebi Prime. Little sneak peek. I'm probably got, I think, 4 of these coming up. So let's see what grade we get. First one is a 6. Here's a second Celebi. The reason why I've got a play set of these is there was a deck called CMT, which used for Celebis because of the Forest Breath ability. So yep, another 6 there. Rayquaza C Level X. The story of this one is when I first got into Pokemon, there was Supreme Victors was out, and I begged my mom for a booster box of this set because it's got Rayquazas and it's got Charizards in this set, and I'm a big fan of those two. So I was doing chores all day to, you know, allow mom to buy me a booster box of this set. So I did pull this one when I was very young, so it's probably never been put in a sleeve. 7! Wow. Childhood me was bare protecting his cards than the teenage me. Love that. A Meloetta EX again from Legendary Treasure Reading Collection. This was never played with, so let's hope for high. It's an 8. We haven't had much of those, so we'll take it when we get them. Right, for Alligator. Another prime. That's all I can say about Feraligatr. I hate Feraligatr. Who stands for Alligator? Honestly, nobody stands for Alligator. I have got a Lily here in Chinese in a Gem 10. Reason being is I got an English Lily graded somewhere in this stack, which should actually be a clean copy. I bought a Chinese one because it's kind of cheap, and I'm probably going to sell my English one, so we have got that coming up. Right, next card is another Feraligatr. Who stands for Alligator? Me, apparently. I've got 2 of them. It's another 6. Okay, and Emolga. Another Legendary Treasure Raiding Collection. I think Raiding Collection Legendary Treasures was the first time they done like a set within a set. No, maybe they done it in Expedition and E-Series, because I know some of them have got different card set numbers, but this is what happened when I was playing. But 7, very nice, very nice. Right, not a single 10 yet. I'm probably gonna take my t-shirt off when I get a 10. Nobody wants to see that, or maybe they do, so let's hope we get a 10. Right, Absol, lovely looking card. It's got a nice Lost Zone kind of swirl going on. It's 7 for the Absol. Gengar VMAX. Now, very funny story. When we recently got back into Pokemon, we traveled to Manchester, and on the way back we thought we would pick up some packs. There was a card shop there, can't remember the name of it, and they had Fusion Strike packs. I bought one on one of the days. No, I think I bought 2. They were like £10 each or something like that, extortionate, because I knew there was a Gengar in those packs. First 2 packs didn't go quite well, but on our way back we done a big shop of our Pokemon cards just to open on our train journey back. So I opened up the Fusion Strike packs and I saw the Gengar right at the back. I saw like a glimpse of that, and I saw like a black outline, and I was like, nah, surely it's not the Gengar. And I pulled this. Now, us being new to collecting, we thought this was the, you know, the cream of the crop. We thought this was the alternative art, so we start silently celebrating in this packed train, you know. it was just so funny, but it wasn't the hit, but still it's a 9 because this went straight into a sleeve. But yes, we'll take a 9. We've not had many of them. Lugia EX. Now this is a big card. It's a big card, but sadly it's a played with card, because this was a very good deck, which I did play for UK Nationals at one point. So, you know, it's bigger than a 10. Have I got a 10? Definitely not, but hopefully a 7 or above I'll be happy with, and it is a 6. It's a 6, as they've always been 6s here. But Lugia EX, what a beautiful card. I might have to rebuy this in a 10 possibly. It's a beautiful card, and who doesn't like Lugia? Here we go, the English Lily. Now this was the cleanest card before I sent all my cards off, I had a look at the background and stuff like that, all the corners, all the whitening. This was the cleanest card that I had. So I'm hoping for a 10 here. I would love a 10. I've not had a 10, and if this is not a 10, then I haven't got a 10 probably. So let's go. It is a
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
This was the cleanest card that I had. So I'm hoping for a 10 here. I would love a 10. I've not had a 10. No! 9 English Lily. But you know what? We'll definitely take it. At least it's not a 6. Moving on from that Lily heartbreak, we have got some new primes. Again, a beautiful card, very playable card, very good ability and attack. Actually, no, not the attack. Was the attack used? I can't remember. Free retreat, Mew. You know, it's a fan favorite. Probably not more than a 6 though. But let's see. 8. Wow. Wow, I'm very surprised with that actually. An 8 for the Mew. Love that. Right, yep, here's the second Mew coming up. We got an 8. Let's follow up with another 8. A 7. We'll take the 7. A third Mew Prime. 7, 8. We'll take that. 7. Okay. That's one more. We've got one more chance of a nice... Oh, drop that card. We've got one more chance of a nice Mew. Here we go, and here's our 4th Mew. Let's see what it is. Another 7. So 3 7s, 1 8 for the Mews. Actually, quite surprising because I definitely did use these cards back in the day. How's the profit counter going? Hopefully, I have not lost a bunch of money here because grading 50 cards is not cheap. 7 for the Staraptor FB level X. I've got no story for this card. I've got no idea how I come with it. Probably in that booster box opening that I was talking about. Cresselia level X. Let me know, what do you guys prefer? Do you remember the level X card? Do you prefer level X's or do you prefer the EXs? Not sure what the difference is. Oh, it's a level up. You put it on top of Cresselia. Say 6 for the Cresselia. I probably just did not look after this one nicely. Pikachu from the Legendary Treasure Raiding Collection. What a nice card. Look at all the Pikas on the card. Very beautiful. It is an 8. Are we going to get a 10? I hope so. Garchomp V. Now, this is one that I packed on my return back to Pokemon. Straight into a sleeve, so it can't be less than a 9 surely. And it is a mint 9 for the Garchomp V. Another card that I packed on my welcome back to Pokemon. Umbreon VMAX, can't be less than a 9 surely. Went straight into a sleeve after opening. It's a gem in 10! Woo! We got our first gem in 10! Oh my god, I am so excited. Oh my god, we've got our first gem in 10. Wow, love that. And it's Umbreon. The very high Pokemon that everyone's after. A Drowsy. This one I packed randomly. Before I got into my recent phase of getting back into Pokemon, I just pulled this from a random tin that I just bought. And it's Gem 9. Gem 9 for the Drowsy. I know this card was bought out by, I'm guessing, like a trading group to raise the price. I mean, these kind of shenanigans that go on in Pokemon these days is really, really weird and it's concerning. Right, ends Reshiram. This was probably packed in one of my Journey Togethers that I've been doing. So I'm not sure why I sent this off for grading, but another 9 for the end Reshiram. A gold Iono's Belly Bolt, packed fresh on this channel on my, I think it was a pack a day series. So straight into a sleeve, and it's a 10 9. What have you got to do to get 10s? What do you have to do to get 10s? I mean, stuff like that isn't really your fault. I mean, they do get nicks, even though they're packed fresh. So, English cards don't get Japanese quality checking, sadly. Right, a Charizard G level X. Let's have a little flashback to when I did pack this card back when I was a kid.
Charizard G, Vibrio reverse, and a rare is Charizard level X. Oh my god. A Charizard level X.
So, past Vlad, I really hope you looked after this card. You were banging it on the table, so it's a 6. That's what you get for banging it on the table. Oh god, Charizard G level X. And our last card is a Magikarp packed, not on this channel, but I get on my race return to Pokemon. Packed fresh, straight into a sleeve, and it is a Gem Mint. No, not Gem Mint, it's just a Gem, it's Mint 9. So out of all my cards, I've only got one Gem Mint 10, but I like Magikarp, we'll take it. So out of 50 cards, we've only got 10 cards that were 9 and above. It was this Umbreon VMAX, this Reshiram from Legendary Treasures, this Charmeleon from 151, this Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike, Lily Full Art from Ultra Prism, Garchomp V, I think Training Gallery, Astral Radiance, Drowsy Illustration Rare from Scarlet and Violet Base, Magikarp from Paldea Evolved, Iono's Bellyball EX Gold card, Hyper Rare from Journey Together, and lastly ends Reshiram from Journey Together. Thank you very much for watching my PSA returns video. I'm not sure how I've done, but the total is on the screen. Did I enjoy getting my cards graded? Yes and no. I was looking for some help when it came to selecting what cards to send off to grading. I did bring a bunch to a certain shop that were doing a middleman service. I did ask them to have a look at some of my cards, and they pretty much just told me to send them all off. They're all worth grading, even though I was showing them the nicks and the bumps on some of the cards, because it was my very first time grading. So obviously the 6s, a lot of the 6s probably shouldn't have got sent off, but I had a lot of fun opening it. Will I be sending cards to PSA in the future? I'm not too sure. I know they're the gold standard currently in terms of prices, but I sent them off on March 31st, I think, and I'm only got them back today. So whatever that is, however long that took, is how long it took. But there was some issues with the tariffs sending to America. I know they had to go through Canada before they made their way to PSA. So that's the kind of journey that my cards went through. This is a card from Ace Grading, and you know it's different with the label, how beautiful it looks and how it, you know, connects it to the card, makes it more like an art piece. I know they're UK based, so I might just send cards to Ace Grading in the future, because it's going to be a quicker turnaround, 2K based. So that's my thoughts on grading as a whole. But thank you very much for watching my video. It's a very lengthy one. Hopefully you enjoyed looking at some of my childhood cards as much as I love sharing them with you. But thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned in the next video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Love that. And it's Umbreon, the very hyped Pokemon. The very high Pokemon that everyone's after.